Yo, what's up? So this is new to me, whole production thing. I've never done it before, but yeah. And you see, there's probably a little lag for the audio, but can't really do much about it. At least not right now. I usually, when I need low latency, I use a what do you call it? ASIO driver. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I usually use that because it's like very low latency, but Streamlabs won't pick that up as audio for some reason, so I have to go something else. But yeah. So let me just show you what I have so far. So yeah, that's all I got so far. I practically just started it. I've been tweaking a lot, which I'm trying not to do. But anyway, so how this kind of came along. Um, so this sound, I'd kind of just create two versions of it. One version is, well, first of all, it started with my presets. So a lot of times when I'm like not trying to make a song, but I just want to like screw around with synthesizers, I'll just save anything that sounds pretty cool. And I usually, when I'm creating a song, it helps because then I'll go back to that and I'll be like, oh, this sounds kind of cool, but I wanted to do this instead of this, and I'll just kind of modify it and make it fit the song or fit what I want to do there. So this one started, these two sounds that are in this main bass track started with I basically just modified the hell out of it. Right, you can't hear me. Gotta solo my mic track too. Anyway, so this sound, it started with that other thing, then I just messed around with it a lot, added a lot of LFOs, and it's basically one sound, but it morphs into like a wobble. So here's like that. Not doing anything right now until, what I have that on. Or is it another one? Oh, that's just the vibrato. 3, I guess I could have just, I don't know. Okay, so this guy, filter here. And as you see, I'm raising the mix up with this LFO1. No, okay, LFO 4 here. So that's like opening up the wobble and kind of like transforming it into a wobble, which that was pretty cool. LFO 1. I think that's just for like define the screechiness a little bit in the beginning. Very short, like envelope. This 2 and 3 are just volume, I think. But yeah, so that somehow turned into this, and I basically just modified it a little. Yeah, so I basically just modified it into this guy. Get a little bit of like difference in tone, I guess. And really not even that different, but I'll probably go back and tweak it some more later. That's why I still have these in synths. But so I took that and then I created another one of it, and basically this is something that I learned from Mr. Bill tutorials or whatever master classes he does, which are awesome. Check him out. I think I have him under my recommended on Twitch, but anyway, what he does and what I like to do with wobbles is basically just mess around with the LFO rates and record like every combination I could find of those LFOs. So that kind of turns into this. And that's still like following this kind of pattern up here, but just with constant wobbles instead of like that fading up. And then so just like different speeds. So pretty boring alone like this, but and then this last one I didn't actually use, but maybe I'll find a use for it, so I'm not going to delete it yet. But anyway, I take those and I kind of just take bits and pieces of it, and then I know it's not sorry. So yeah, anyway. So that's how this kind of came to be where it is. And then, yeah, of course, drums. I use kick 2 from a kick drum because I like to have a lot of control over it, like control over the pitch and stuff. Transient shape around there. Snare, I think I did use serum. So this is from Virtual Riot, one of his classes or whatever. That's why it's VR here. yeah, he created this, well, taught us how to create this, like how to synthesize a snare basically, and I just kind of took that and made like a length knob for it so I can make it longer and shorter. But yeah, if you like, I don't want to mess up my snare here, but if you move around these things, it like messes with the timing of the white noise and stuff like that. Yeah. And then there's like a, I used to, oh yeah, here. And I use this to just pitch up. It's a MIDI effect, so it'll pitch it up and down. Because it's, I don't need to play it with a keyboard, but I still want to control the pitch of it. That. Oh hey, Ghost Dag. Wanted to make sure you're tapping it. Not sure what that means, but hope you're having a good time at the beach. And I guess just to kind of give you a background of my setup here, I have like a default preset, so I have all my drums are just going right into master, and then pretty much everything else is going into the sidechain bus. Here I have two shaper boxes, one for the kick and one for the snare, so that very subtle. Here. Still very subtle, but what it's doing is every time the kick hits, it's filtering the really, I don't know why it's mid, but it's really low band. But it's ducking the volume with this curve at this time. See, like the speeding hurts. And then so I'm doing a kind of like a deep cut for the subs, so I want everything out of the way of the kick subs. And then I just want to like lower for the transient, so the transient comes out, so that's a little shorter on the highs. So I'm doing that for both the kick and the snare. And then anything that I want to be like noticeable, because like that helps that helps in like final mixing, just to clean it up a bit, but it's not something that you like want to try and hear. I mean, not all the time, I guess you could use it that way, but I like to keep that as like kind of a safeguard, so that I know my kick and snare are going to be really punchy. And then like for instance on this main bass, I added two more Pro Cs compressors that are sidechained to the kick and snare, so that so you hear like the volume's kind of pumping a little bit, like that pumping effect on the longer sounds. Doesn't always work on wobbles. It makes them like less powerful, I feel like. But so if I turn that off, and you actually hear the other one now that the drums aren't there. You could hear it like just like really quickly just drops out. Copy. So if I have like macro keys set up to certain things, so just hitting 3 here to turn on and off side chains on here. So here without them, if I turn them on, hear that little like stutter. So that's what I do kind of from the start. I at least try to. Just that I try and do as much mixing as I can, like as I'm writing, because sometimes it's like you get to the final, like, oh, my songwriting's done, and you try and mix it and it just sounds like shit when you mix it. So certain things that I know I'm gonna do, like basically anything that I know I'm gonna do in the end, I'm going to do while I'm writing, like beforehand, so I know it sounds good that way. But yeah, like my general thing here, my like once I load a new project, I'll have, you know, my drums set up with basically this, but I'll swap out like the cymbals and stuff. But subtrack, bass group with nothing in it, leads with nothing in it, sound effects, which will be like risers and like background atmospheric kind of stuff. I'll put in that effects. Sidechain bus, so I don't have to set that up every time because it's a pain in the dick to set that up. And span. So span is like awesome because I'll show you. So I don't have any stubs, right? Let's just say drums. So like I can look at the frequency response of different groups together, and we can see like it's actually doing pretty well already. Mixing pretty well already. Those two at least. But like say up here it's kind of starting to get masked because like all the peaks are towards each other. So if that was like a constant thing and it was like causing a problem in the mix, I can see it here easily. Just like pull one of them down a little bit with an EQ. This is for my old Launchpad. I have the Generation 1 Launchpad, but it's pretty much collecting dust. So, probably get rid of it eventually. I set up a reverb return, but I usually I'll create returns as I go if I need to, but I just have that set up anyway. And then my master channel, I have Pro L. So you see it'll just like clip anything that goes above 0. And push that a little bit so it's a little louder. So you can kind of see what effect it has on it. It like raises the volume, but also like clips it at the same time. But clips it in a nice way. It's not really clipping it, but it's more of a really, really fast compressor. Push that up a little bit for now. But like I like to put the limiter on there and push it a little bit at the start because a lot of times I'll finish the song and put a limiter on it and be like, oh, it sounds like shit. So I'll have to go back and fix it. I'd rather just, you know, do it that way from the start. So I got that. I got reference. So I can like compare my track with any reference tracks I want to compare and like switch them, level match them and stuff. So that's a really useful part. I have like a speaker simulator. So if I want to so like right now you can see it's on small speakers, so it's just like an EQ I apply to it, which, this one will just make it sound like give the I don't know how to describe it. Like, check what it'll sound like when it's coming out of small speakers, so I can like make sure I can still hear everything well. Then I got one for boxes. That's just you probably won't get the good effect of it on if you're wearing headphones, I guess, maybe, but got a decent pair of headphones. But yeah, it's really helpful with like studio equipment, because it'll you want to like reference your music on different speakers, because like not everyone's gonna have studio monitors, and you want to make sure it still sounds good. So I'm lazy, so I don't want to go actually like export it and go listen to it on different places, so I just created this to so I can still at least check it. Then I have a mono switch, and these are all like macro keyed, so I did this setup a while ago, but haven't really used it much. So I'm still getting used to the macro keys I set up, but yeah, there's not much stereo information to hear the difference, but that'll put everything down the center. And I kind of position them on my, so I got a widescreen, ultra wide monitor in front of me, and I got two regular monitors set up vertical next to them. So I have like anything that I want to look at, like the limiter, the span, I'll just keep off to the side, so I don't even have to open it. That's why. That's what I did. A reference track, you're not going to hear me. But anyway. And then I got Insight. So this is like the greatest thing. So at my fingertips, I keep this open as well. I have like the levels, the RMS, the loudness up here, like all long-term, short-term. So you can see right now it's mono, because it's all just a straight line. If I turn that off, see like the width of the signal. And then this spectrogram is like the coolest thing. So I have all of my tracks, like basically my groups, the same groups that I have in Span. I have them set up with speaker taps, or I forget what they call them. But that'll send that information into here and then color code it. So it's the same thing with the Span. I could look at two different frequency spectrums at once. I could also do that here. I can move it around and rotate it. And that'll show me like Like if I'm not seeing any yellow, I'll be like, okay, what's yellow? Because it's obviously being blocked by other stuff. And I'm like, oh, yellow's the drums. You know, I need that to kick out. So I need to fix that. And I can look at like what frequency range it is. So it's kind of the same thing as span, but sometimes it's just a little easier to use one versus the other. And span, you can only look at 2 channels at once, where this you can look at all of them, which is great. Then some other fun stuff, which I'll keep open, but actually I'll have to close it. But correlation meter, whatever. So this will tell me if I'm out of phase. Great. Got oscilloscope, so it'll show me like the waveform. So like if it's helpful for bass stuff, because I can see the waveform, and the longer that hump is, like the louder it's gonna be, because it's adding extra like extra frequencies in there, extra harmonics. So I like to keep that up so that I can check that. I have smexoscope. So this is another oscilloscope, but this is better for like, as you can see, it's like scanning my voice right here as I talk. So this will show me the waveform that's happening, because like I think FL Studio has this already like built in the top of the DAW somewhere, but Ableton doesn't. So I can just visualize the waveform as I'm listening to it, which is awesome. Got handy dandy VU meter, which I don't really use too much, but keep that up anyway. And notepad, which I actually use Google Keep a lot, because I'll take notes even when I'm not in here. Like if I'm just you know, sit and look at Instagram or something, then I have an idea for music, I'll just put it in Google Keep. But yeah, I have this here too, I guess, but probably delete it to be honest. So yeah. Sure where to go from there. Many things. So one thing I want to do is, since this is like a getting that mic, since this is like a higher bass sound, higher frequency, I will pumping. Forgot to turn that off. So yeah, I want to create like a lower, like more low mid bass to put underneath it, kind of give some contrast, have those two like interacting with each other. But I think right now I'll just work on this sub. Put those compressors on, because I think I want those to duck with this. Actually, let's just see what it's. Just want to see, maybe there's another. A lot of my process is just trial and error. I think what I want to do is kind of mimic that LFO a little bit. Fade it in. Definitely keeping that compressed. Okay, so I am using that levels down. That as an FM. I want to see if I don't want to like have two sub basses going at the same time. So maybe because neat trick with this is oh, mounts not up. So if I make the phase, so like basically what the auto pan is doing It's kind of fucked up on this on the sub. I wouldn't use it on the sub really, but see, like, left channel is blue, right channel is orange here. So and you can see what it's doing right here. So, but, which is cool, but you can kind of use that as a side chain kind of a thing too, if you just make it the same phase. So that'll just make the volume go in and out, which is fun because then we could turn on this rate knob. And that will basically just wobble the volume. Sorry, it's hard to talk when you have your own voice in your ears. Trying to get used to it. Wanna pair that with this bass. I need to definitely off time, offset, kind of move the whole thing. Actually, I can look at the synth. So it's kind of starting at mid, more or less, at the beginning of the bar. So, pan again, and just try and like catch the edge of it here so it's in the middle. I think that'll probably line it up. Actually, it's easier to see over here for some reason. Oops, wrong one. There. And you'll probably hear it popping, which is basically just like the compressor hitting, but we don't really want to worry about that too much because right as we unsolo, it'll be fine. A little more squared off too. So what we can do is mess with the shape. This will make it a little more square. And we could even like change the shape completely. And then you can even morph it from there. So this just makes it more like a square wave, no matter what pattern you got in it. And there's random. What does it do here? Yeah, same thing. Kind of levels it out, I guess. But I'll keep it on the sine because I like where that was at. But I'm going to square, offset, and tighten that up a little bit. Put it back to eighth notes was the magic. So it's a lot easier just to line it up by ear. But yeah, so you hear like now I just got it going on the upbeat, which is awesome. It mixes pretty well. So do so on this one. So I got that bump, 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 bump. So I want my sub to do that too, and like, you know, hit that. So I'll hit the A here. I got my envelope, so you'll see, won't see. Yeah, so we're changing the LFO right here. So I want to do the same thing on the sub. So we'll change the rate. So I'll just click it. So I'll select that parameter. And so everywhere else, I'll put at 1/8. And there I want it to go to, I think that was 16th. We'll see what it sounds like. I think that can still be tightened up a little. Lately, usually I'll do this so I can always see what I'm modulating at once. I don't have to like flip through these or click on anything. But lately it hasn't really been working. Like these have been changing as I select stuff, which just kind of defeats the purpose. That auto pan. My voice is cut now a little bit too much. I'll lower that threshold a little bit for the gate. So I tend to be a little on the quiet side. So let's do that. So I think that sounds really good, but I want to turn that off, turn those off. Oops. Yeah, so this sub was also from Mr. Bill, of course. He's like the smartest dude. So go check out his channels, YouTube, and stuff like that. Yeah, and that was... yeah. Yeah, so I'd try and be as try and get it as clean as it, like, I'm a programmer, like, outside of audio, so before moving on to something else, my mindset always just get rid of all the problems that it might have, test them and get rid of them. So I spend a little more time on stupid shit than other people will do. But I don't know. Let's see what it sounds like before. Just noticed I want to cut it off at the same spot. Not the fastest. You couldn't tell, but is what it is. So let's consolidate these. Command J. There we go. That's what I did. I put neutrons on it, not taps. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to do, the auto pan. So I think this is all good. I'm gonna put this before. I don't think it really makes much of a difference. So yeah, I'll now modulate this amount. So right here is kind of like midway, I guess. So I'll put a dot beginning here, so I always want it to start at 0. And then let's just see what this does. How that sounds. Let's see. I'm gonna look at this synth while I'm doing this. Let's see. I just want to like match the curve as closely as possible. So we got like a dip at the beginning here, and then a raise here, because like this is like effectively the dry wet of the wobble. So they kind of match 1-to-1, so I can match them up, and that'll make it sound a little bit better. I can't really match them up exactly, but see how that is. Yeah, I like that a lot. So that's all right for now. I could always come back and edit that. Missy Michelle bought me this jersey I'm wearing. It's a Ganja White Night. They're awesome. She's great. I love her. Hey, Pop. I don't know if you can see him. No, not really. My buddy Barkley. Named after Saquon. My roommate's dog. He likes to be pet on the butt. For some reason. You can kind of see the auto pan, what it's doing here, what that dry wet's doing. I think the amount might be a little too high in the sub, but just want to get that erosion. So basically what this does is just adds like white noise or whatever. And Yeah, so the amount, so if we solo sub, so I don't know. It's gonna be tough to do the sub for this. Cause I think I'll have to maybe just keep the wobble on, but adjust the rate. So let's see. Still got the stuff that was on it before. So amount I want to get rid of. So I just want that to be 100. So actually I think I'll just get rid of that. And go back to sync rate. So I think up until here I'll make it loud. Or make it quarter note. Yeah, cut out this part right here. I didn't really like it. I think I'll put something else there. Just have this wobble fade back in. Yeah, that like weird like whine. I feel like it just doesn't fit there. Just undo that. pick this up. And this one here. I'll just start it where it starts fading. Just make it match for now until I do something later. I could always change it. So I'm just gonna maybe I'll have to reroute my mic in Streamlabs instead of doing it in what's it called here? In Ableton. And that way I won't hear myself. So that's kind of annoying too. So it doesn't really match exactly here at the end, but I do kind of like having the kick drop out. I mean the sub drop out at the end there. It's just more rhythmic. It doesn't like follow more, but it makes this, when this sub's hit here, you kind of hear the contrast. So I think it sounds really good doing it that way. I guess right here. Let's just listen to the whole thing from this part. Yeah, I think this is a little like too choppy or something. Let's do auto pan shape. I think make that a little skinnier. So for these notes, these 16th, so I'll put it here too. But for 16th notes, I want it to be a little quieter. It's a little too loud for the, like, you know, short choppy stuff. Let's see what it sounds like all the way down. Maybe not all the way down. Gotta experiment both ways. Could be wrong. I should put my sub back on. A tangle of wires. So that's just like, so yeah, I got the sub pack on the back of my chair here, and it's basically, it's like, instead of having my subwoofer in here on, which it isn't, since I'm using headphones, or else you get crazy feedback. It basically just lets me feel on my back what the subs are gonna feel like. Fortunately, I have to solo it because it kind of makes my chair rumble, and that's coming through the mic. So. Maybe I should just lower the shape in general till it fits everything, because there's really not much definition I'm feeling. See if that helps. I'll keep that there. I'll just I think I can do this. Yeah, so it's a gray line now, so it's not gonna, it's like basically letting me control it with this. And then if I decide I don't like it, I can just go like that. It's back to normal. But I just want to try. Let's see, maybe if I put it here. For some reason, I'm not feeling. It's definitely better with lower values. Just in general. You know, it'll still be big and powerful where it needs to here. Where it's still kind of climbing up that wobble. But maybe I'll just put it all the way down. I want to I still want to keep the power in it. So like I want to, my natural thought is to push it up as good as, you know, as much as I can. Because like, you know, like I said before, the shape isn't really going to change the loudness. Well, it does indirectly. It doesn't actually make it louder, but it makes it louder for longer, which kind of makes it seem louder. But I think I'm just gonna leave that at 0. Actually, see if I can feel it here at 0. That'll be my test. Yeah, like just barely. I think it's like the spot it's in. That must be why. Because at this point, you see at this point right here is like below 50%. So I guess that's why. I was comparing it with this one, but this one starts to ramp up. So we'll ramp that up even more. Want to really be able to feel that wobble. Keep forgetting. Whoops. Kind of like where it was. So I think I'll just keep it there. And all right, so put that up. I gotta finish this. I'm turn this pack off for now. Don't have to keep muting. I'm just gonna copy this everywhere I got a long note. It's like there. This one's gonna need a special treatment. Yeah. No. Also helps with that erosion. Also helps that I can hear that white noise in my headphones, even when I have the sub pack off. Helps for mixing it a little bit better. Yes, that'll for sure need to change in some spots. Right here. So like another instance, I used to go crazy trying to match the sub and the bass, but they kind of need some contrast a little bit, because like the sub frequencies, when they change too much, they just sound like garbage. So like for instance, it fits really well here with LFO, but like right here the sound's still going on in this area and the LFO is like turn that down. So doesn't sound like exact. But still sounds good. This part right here is gonna have to be like all 16. I think up until here. Here. Actually, these two hits the notes too. I think. Let's see. Yeah, that one note. That sounds good. Yeah, I think that part's done. What's up? So these are kind of weird ones. Like this hit, this note here. Because there's just like silence after it. And rather, it's just like one wow, rather than banning. So I think those notes, did I miss any of those? I think I might just delete it right here for these two notes. I think it might work. Let's see. Except I need to fix this note. Alrighty. It did actually sound better with these 6/1/6. Want to kind of reevaluate some things as I go along. I don't know if I'm liking that note taken out. Yeah, we'll just keep it like that. Yeah, I think that works. Oh yeah, so there's that one note, that one spot here. So it kind of works pretty weird, pretty well. Eventually, when I like what I got here, I'll like just render it to audio, like at the mixing stage, and clean up. The sub bass I like to clean up by hand, because like cuts off pretty abruptly here. I like fade it, probably the end here. Here. No, you mirror. Love you. Missy Michelle, everyone. I think that's good for that, but want to get those pitch bends. I think what I'll do is pretty similar to this one. See if I can do this. I'm not sure. You can multi-select, but no, can't view the envelopes. So let's do this. Take the pitch bend envelope from this. So I can Control A, copy. It only copies the end there. Should probably put a point here anyway. Ableton has this weird, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but if you don't put the point at 0 at some point at the beginning and end of your tracks, your MIDI clips, it will like randomly, let's see if I can cause it to happen. So basically if I stop it on this up ramp at some point and then restart the clip, it will, instead of taking this 0, it'll take the value of whatever it stopped at. So let's see. So I stopped it like right here. If I restart it, it's making a liar out of me. Well, I can't cause it to happen. Maybe if I do that. Nah. Anyway, trust me, it happens, and it's fucking annoying. Okay. Oh, what was I doing then? Okay. Take all of that, and I'll just copy it up here. No. No. MIDI controller, pitch bend. Just paste it there. I don't know what the pitch bend value is at right now. I always forget where to find it on this, the operator. Here we go. Is this it? Pitch bend range, yeah. I just want to test this real quick. It says +3, but I think that really means like plus and minus. If I dip this, it should go down in volume. I mean in pitch. I don't really want to do that. So, do it again here for this spot, and then here. Does this not have any? Yeah. So this is also like another glitch. I mean, I thought it was gonna happen, but sometimes when you open a clip, and the envelope is already set there, the values won't actually show up. But it is working like that. There. This might have to do manually for this because I kind of baked a lot of the pitch bends into the thing. Now let's give it a try. I'll just start from that. Yeah, like see, it's on clip transposition. And the dots are there, so it knows something's there. It's not showing it. So if I go boom, boom, there it is. So dipping here, dip. I just want to see, because this is technically all deactivated, since like that would be it. But I think it's the same, and it's a little different. I'll just copy there. And see, this was kind of what I was talking about before, that like little tiny changes and peaks and stuff, and the subs kind of can't really hear them. Rather than just not have this pitch bend, I want to make it like apparent. So I will just drag this over, and then you can at least hear it. And feel it. Maybe I'll just get rid of this curve and see what happens. also can't really like pitch bend too much because I'm forgetting. But yeah, what I was saying, like this part here where it dips. It's a lot easier to feel rather than here. So like it doesn't really matter that the pitch doesn't line up exactly. But so that's why I always have it down like all the way. Or at least that's what I'm doing now. And at that +3, plus or -3. You want to hear that a little bit more, that drop. That sounds pretty cool, I think. Sounds slash will feel. Where did I leave off? So this one will need. That's the start of this. Yo. I think I'll do the same thing with this. Drop it all the way down. See what it sounds like actually. You know what it is? It's the compressors, I think. Yeah, it plays pretty nicely. Anyways. Definitely still some pitch bends baked in there. Think. I think this is the same thing that got baked in from when I bounced it down to audio from these the other bass tracks down here. I'll leave that pitch bend there, even though it's not doing anything right now, just in case I decide to put it there later. I'll just copy this, 'cause I think it's that same ramp every time. My voice wasn't there the whole time. So I think this pitch bend, I kind of overrid it up here. Because I think this pitch bend was like counteracting one of the baked in ones. Maybe not. What am I hearing then? Am I looking in the wrong place? Wait a second. Yeah. So this. Here. Make sure that still sounds good. Can't really hear them both go together. This is where the sub pack comes in handy. It's really subtle. Almost not. Almost. You can almost like ignore it. The difference. But I think I'll keep it there. But to me, it's still more correct. You could hear it when like hear it slash feel it when but when it's together you can't really. Whole thing back. Yo, what's up, Declan? Sorry, I just saw your chat now. So this is behind the Sean's HU. Not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, so I think that's pretty good for the sub bass now. I'll just go back and clean it up. Missy Michelle with 11,000. Insane. Let's see if I need it. 41. Wow. Nikes. Alright, what should I do now? I think I want to mix a lead in there eventually, but I don't know. Let's try this. I have a lead in mind that sounds like you know, when I do my DJ sets, I have that couple Space Laces songs. They have like a really crazy lead in them. I'd play it here, but I'm recording this. And I don't want it to get taken down. I think it was Serum. Look how stupidly these are named. I think this is it. You know what I can do? Main bass. 1, 2. What it sounds like with the. I'm not sure if I want to do this in ascend and use ascend, or if I just want to throw a reverb on there, mess with the dry wet. But let's try this. So basically, like, actually in reverse. So like right when this starts, I think it'll work better if it's directly on it. Handy dandy Pro R. Let's see. Oh, it sounds kind of cool. I want to make this mix knob. Do. I think, let's see. So I'm trying to follow something in this main bass. So I guess what I'm trying to do is as this goes up, the wobble comes in, but I want to do the opposite. Maybe I'll make that less than 100. I want a pretty long decay on that reverb. I want it to shine through after. Basically, I want this part here, like before the wobble comes in. There. So I want that wobble, or the non-wobble, to just be space behind the wobble when it comes in. So let's up the size. What am I doing wrong here? Yeah, because I think what I'm doing wrong is when I lower the mix, I'm also lowering the tail. So I can, like, if I put it, yeah, see how like it just kicked in. You know what? Let me try it with the send again. Let me just turn this off. And so try and think, and basically what I want is for it to no, it's not even on. Turn the size up on this a little bit too. That's not bad. So from when it shuts off, it's my selection. That's what, 3 seconds, right? 0 minute. Yeah, so like 3 seconds, right? So trying to think. So this is about 20. That's, yeah. No. Okay, what am I looking at? So it's a little less than 2. Maybe we'll put it like there. What I'll do is copy this envelope, actually cut it. I will oh, I guess I can't do that. One just, yeah, I'm thinking of basically what I want to do was set a max for this, but I don't think it's gonna work like that since it's a sin. Let's see what it sounds like if I just send the whole thing. 5. That's good enough. You can do like it better with the curve in there. That like at the start when the last decay, is still decaying a little bit. It won't be sending as much into it. These ones have to be shorter though. That one. Oops. That one and that one. I think. See. Let's try this. The decay still needs way low. It sounds like we just max it. I don't like how it just cuts, because it does kind of like fade away. Bypass. Turn this off. So basically like I really know what I want here. Just a little curve in there. But it does that screech, just sounds really awesome in that reverb. maybe I'll do reverb on both. Like, okay, obviously. Kind of like that. Oops. So it's like the first hit, it's gonna be crazy and reverby. And then second hit, it'll just be in your face a little bit more. Waiting for the reverb tail to go away. What happened there? Did this... Guessing this still had a tail. And then it just kicked on here. Let's see if we turn this off, we can hear it. Yeah. So what I like to do for that issue is if you turn, so let's see. When I turn that off, obviously it instantly kills that tail. So right before that kicks back in, maybe like right here, I'll turn it off and then back on just to get rid of that tail. Turn this reverb back on. Nice. Has a little bit of like depth in there. That's pretty cool. All right, well, I think I'm gonna end it here. It's been really like nice out Michelle's been tanning. So I think I'll go hang outside for a little bit, and then I'll be back on tonight at 9 on the turntable. So see you then. And I might make this a regular thing. We'll see. I like kind of when I'm commentating, take these off. When I'm like commentating like that, kind of helps me to think through what I'm doing. Like, you know, it's like when you're trying to teach someone, you kind of like, you're like, oh shit, I didn't realize I was doing this wrong. You know, so yeah, so I might make this a regular thing, and if I do, I gotta fix this whole mic issue, get something that works a little bit better. But yeah, that was fun, so maybe I'll do this again, and I'll definitely be spinning some tunes later and regularly, so yeah, catch you later.